Talent is a natural skill or aptitude. Talent can be thought of in two ways: something that you are born with it naturally, or something that you need guidance with and it needs to be nurtured. So, if you're born with it naturally, you don't need any extra help, you'll take to the skill quite quickly. So, once you're introduced to something, you'll just pick it up straight away. You may need the odd comment or so to help you progress it a bit further, but other than that, you're able to do it straight away from the get go. Someone that needs something nurtured, they'll need extra help, extra pointers, that little bit more guidance to be able to perfect the skill. For example, I picked up sailing straight away. I got percent in a boat without any extra guidance, straight off sailed, not a problem. However, when I started playing football, I needed a bit extra guidance and that bit more help in order to be able to perfect my skill and get there to be able to be on the winning team and go forward to nationals when we were competing. From an early age, coaches look for signs in individuals for their dedication, commitment, focus, interest, take to the skills and sport as a whole. This is because if they are thinking from a winning side of things for a competition, they may want to scrap off some individuals who aren't performing to their best of abilities. However, if you are showing to the coach that you are willing to work hard, put in the extra effort, go the extra mile, and make sure that you are learning the skill to your best advantage, then they are more likely to keep hold of you because you have shown that you're dedicated. However, if you show that you don't care, then the coach are more likely to question whether you actually want to be in the sport or the team, or whether you are more being forced to participate and may question taking you out the team that you are in to look at the best advantage for the team overall and the specialisation and the talent of yourself being progressed and pushed further, or whether it's not worth the time at all. There is discovery that the best performers come from doing over 10,000 hours of practice. However, that is not necessarily physically possible to be able to have a social life, rest, go to work and or school, and on top of all that, practice for your sport at such a large volume of hours in order to be able to have the skill in the long-term memory. Often coaches are aware of the pressure of this, so we'll go with the saying that you can do it 3 times in a row, then you have the skill in long-term memory, because the chance of it being luck or fluke of doing the skill perfectly 3 times in one go are minimal. So therefore it must mean that you have a solid and concise understanding of the skill, which will remain in long-term memory, which is often shown practically. For example, when sailors do their seasonal sailing, one season they will do the sailing throughout, then they have to break for the winter, and then back again the next summer. They may do the first one a bit wonky or a bit wrong. However, after that one, when they've in effect dusted off the cobwebs, they'll take up the perfect skill and keep performing it as correctly as they did the summer before. Early specialisation can weigh in on your talent. This is because if you are solely dedicated years to the same sport in the same position, then you are able to do the skills autonomously without thinking because of how long you've been doing it for such a long period of time, as opposed to an adult who is trying to master a new sport. For example, if at a young age you've been into rugby, your body will grow to cater for the size it needs to be able to take the impact from the sport. However, if you have been the size of a jockey from such a young age, and then you're trying to take on rugby at such an older age, you may feel the pressure and the impact of rugby a little bit harder. However, another impact is that some coaches will look at your age and when you were born for measuring your skill, because according to the relative age effect, you should be more skilled if you were born in the first quartile, as you have had longer to be able to build up the skill and the muscle memory, as opposed to someone who was born in the fourth quartile, who has less months of practice, so have had less time to be able to perfect their skills, so will not be able to perform up to the best standard, but will still be compared to you for how they should be performing.